In my opinion, resistance bands are the best alternative to dumbbells, at least for home workouts on a budget. Here's why. Firstly, they're cheap. You can get a whole set of resistance bands for the price of 2 dumbbells. Secondly, they're very light and take up very little space. You can just put them in a bag and carry them around anywhere. You couldn't do the same with dumbbells. This is especially beneficial when traveling. You can just put a couple of bands in your suitcase and not have to worry about being unable to work out due to lack of equipment. Thirdly, they match the strength curves for some exercises better than dumbbells. For example, when you're doing a shoulder press with weights, the exercise gets easier at the top because you're stronger at that part of the range of motion. But since the band provides more resistance as it stretches out, it counteracts this feature of our bodies, making the exercise equally difficult throughout the range of motion. Other exercises where bands can be used to match the strength curves of our bodies are push-ups and dips. However, this only works for pushing exercises. For pulling exercises, it's quite the opposite. The closer your hands get to your body, the weaker you get. But on top of that, the band provides even more resistance there, making bands not the best choice for pulling exercises. Body weight or weight of variations are better. This isn't anything extremely important because you are going to get stronger and build muscle even if the strength and force curves aren't perfectly matched, but matching them can put the cherry on top and take your strength and muscle growth to the next level. Fourthly, it's really simple to apply progressive overload by adjusting the distance between your hands. Of course, applying progressive overload with weights is even more straightforward because you can just add weight, but with bands, it's not that much more complicated. I simply put markings on my bands, make sure that I use the same amount of resistance every time, and when I need to increase the load, I just increase the distance between my hands by 5 to 10 centimeters. You could also just use a thicker band, but I find the loading jump too huge, so I like to work with the same band for a while and move on to the next one only when I've maxed out the current one. Fifthly, they're really great for warming up. I simply tie the thinnest band that I have on my radiator and do all sorts of exercises to warm up my upper body before working out. Sixthly, they can be used to make certain bodyweight exercises harder. If you're able to tie them somewhere on top of you, you can do planches, front levers, handstand push-ups, and God knows what else. Your creativity is your only boundary. And seventhly, they can be used for stretching. For example, 2 of my main flexibility goals are the pancake and front splits, and I can use the bands to pull me into a deeper stretch. Another stretching exercise that I like to do is shoulder dislocates. These open up my chest and shoulders like nothing else. And eighthly, they don't depend on gravity for their resistance like dumbbells do. They only depend on where they're fixed. For example, you can't do standing chest presses with dumbbells because gravity will pull them down, making it a weirdly inefficient shoulder exercise. But with a band, you can do standing chest presses. The only prerequisite is that it's fixed behind you. The same goes with straight arm lat pull downs and regular lat pull downs. You'll be able to do them with dumbbells only if you somehow manage to be upside down. But with bands, you can simply tie them in front of you and lean forward so that your upper body is parallel to the band. So in this video, I'll show you some exercises you can do for your whole body with resistance bands and help you create a training program for yourself if you're looking to start using them in your training. If you're a complete beginner, I'd recommend you to start with shoulder presses, chest presses, rows, lat pull downs, squats, and stiff-legged deadlifts because these exercises cover all of the major movement patterns of your body. And in order for you to actually build muscle, all of these exercises should be done in the 5 to 30 rep range, close to failure for 3 sets 3 times per week. As you get stronger, you can start isolating specific muscle groups with the other exercises. But the program that I just gave you is a completely bare-bone program that will work very well for beginners. Of course, don't also forget about progressive overload. To continue building muscle and getting stronger, you need to increase either reps or load. Check out this video to understand the difference between the two. Just don't misunderstand this video. I'm not saying that resistance bands are better than dumbbells. All I'm saying is that they're a great alternative if dumbbells aren't available to you. Training with them for sure is better than doing nothing. Of course, going to a gym or calisthenics park would be better, but training with bands is a great way to build some muscle and strength at home for people who simply don't want to devote as much time and other resources to improving their physical health. You're not going to become Mr. Olympia by training with bands, but for the average person, it'll be more than enough, at least in the beginning of their fitness journey. I really hope that you found this video helpful, and if you did, I'd really appreciate it if you left a like, subscribe to my channel, and commented down below any future video ideas that I should consider. You can also check the description for the best 9 bodyweight exercises for beginners and my Instagram, where I post my daily workouts and lifestyle in general. And have an awesome day. Peace!